But the other day I was reading it just from the perspective of Stephen preaching a message. And it's profound what he said to those guys. And the intricacy of everything he moved in and out of to reveal Christ in everything those guys were believing. And he doesn't stop and tell you that's what he's doing, but as you read through it, I mean, he mentioned Solomon and how Solomon built the temple. You know, Solomon came and built the temple for God, right? David did, but Solomon came. Well, Solomon's a type and a shadow of Jesus, coming and building a temple for God to dwell in. And so he's moving in and out of all these things that are pointing to the Christ, and it's just, man, someday if you feel like it, go back and read that little thing and just think of, what is this guy teaching them? Right? Because they accused him of saying Jesus is going to come and destroy the temple. You have to take it into context of what they accused. They accused him of saying these things, and so then he goes, "Men and brothers, the Father," you know, and he starts just, and he just.
You know what's interesting about that too, is that, well, you know how when Jesus said, "I am He," and they all fell back.
Yeah.
It's like somehow or another, God held the crowd back for them to hear this long oratory of what he was saying. And so much of it was, I don't want to say accusatory, but it was something that was counter to what they were believing.
Oh, yeah.
And they were withheld until he got finished.
Yeah, you're right. They were.
God held them back.
And that is a heart-cutting thing for Jewish people to hear.
Absolutely.
What Maurice is saying is true.
Yeah.
That wasn't like benign speech to those guys.
No.
From the very beginning, they would have been like, "What?" I mean, listen, I have a very good Jewish friend, and I asked him the other day, what do you guys think, though, would happen to the Jewish people if they rejected their Messiah? What would happen? I'm just curious what the rabbis say would happen if that ever happened, because he doesn't believe. And so I just wanted to know. I said, because the Jewish people are these people that are always reasoning and philosophizing about everything.
Yeah.
They write books about all
all
kinds of stuff. And so certainly I thought there must be some postulating about what if we rejected the Messiah, or what would happen if we missed the Messiah, or we rejected the Messiah. Do you know what he said? Well, that could never happen.
Oh my. Wow.
Because, well, in the scriptures, blah, 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 blah. I said, so what you're telling me is you don't think it's possible that human beings could misunderstand the scriptures? And he was like, I said, so the Jewish people that didn't understand any of the prophets when they came, so much so that they killed them when they came, you don't think it's possible that you misunderstood the scriptures? I said, weren't you misunderstanding the scriptures the whole time? And the prophets would come and tell you how you were misunderstanding them? And then you killed them? It was shocking. And he was like, and we have a great relationship, so we didn't take this personally. I said, you don't think that foundation is a bit arrogant?
Cognitive dissonance.
To think that there's no way that the scriptures could be misunderstood?
Yeah.
I thought, do you think that's a healthy place to be? And it was just interesting, because I thought for sure he was going to point me to this, and that.
Sure.
But I thought it was interesting that I never saw anything in the Talmud where they talked about if you missed the Messiah. And I never considered that they didn't think it was possible. They really don't think it's possible.